Have you ever wished for more time? Just one more hour? One more day with someone you love? Well, this is the story of Noah, a boy who thought time was the cruelest thing in the world. His father had passed away years ago, leaving just him and his mother. To make ends meet, she worked 2 jobs, a relentless cycle that stole her from him before the sun even rose, and returned her long after the moon had claimed the sky. Every day, Noah would watch her leave, her silhouette framed by the faint morning light, and every night, he'd wait up just to see her tired face, etched with lines of exhaustion, but always holding a smile for him. One day, she'd promise, her voice a soft, weary whisper, "I'll have more time for you, my love." But that day felt like a distant dream, a horizon they could never quite reach. Noah's heart ached with a loneliness that only a child missing their parent can feel. He missed the simple things. Breakfasts together, stories before bed, just knowing she was in the next room. He didn't want grand adventures. He just wanted his mom. One rainy evening, a sense of restlessness pushed Noah into the old, forgotten storage room at the back of their small house. It was a dusty sanctuary of memories, filled with things his father had left behind. As he sifted through boxers of old photographs and forgotten trinkets, his fingers brushed against something cold and metallic. It was a pocket watch, tucked away in a velvet-lined box. It felt strangely heavy in his palm, and warm, as if it held a life of its own. A loud, rhythmic ticking pulsed against his skin, a heartbeat in the quiet room. Tucked inside the lid was a small, yellowed piece of paper. The faded ink read, "This watch can borrow time, but only for love." Noah's breath hitched. Could it be real? Was it just an old wives' tale? A forgotten joke? Desperation, however, is a powerful force. He clutched the watch tightly, the cool metal a stark contrast to his own racing pulse. Closing his eyes, he pictured his mother's tired smile and whispered into the ticking void, "I want more time with my mom. Please, just one day." He didn't know what to expect. A flash of light, a magical sound, but nothing happened. The watch just kept ticking, and with a sigh of disappointment, Noah slipped it into his pocket and went to bed. The next morning, the world was different. It was quiet. Too quiet. Noah blinked, looking at his alarm clock. The numbers were barely changing. He ran to the window. Outside, cars were gliding down the street at a snail's pace, and birds seemed to hang suspended in the air. Time itself had stretched, thinned out like honey, and then he heard the gentle hum of his mother in the kitchen. She wasn't rushing. She wasn't grabbing a piece of toast on her way out the door. She was there, calmly sipping coffee, a peaceful smile on her face. "Morning, sleepyhead," she said, her voice full of a warmth he hadn't heard in years. That day was a miracle. It was a day outside of time. They cooked pancakes, getting flour all over their clothes and laughing until their sides hurt. They sat on the porch swing and she told him stories about his father, stories he'd never heard before. They didn't do anything extraordinary, but for Noah, it was everything. He had his mom back, all to himself. The constant worry in her eyes was gone, replaced by pure, unadulterated joy. For one perfect day, they were just a mother and a son, with all the time in the world. As dusk settled, painting the sky in shades of orange and purple, Noah noticed the watch in his pocket. The ticking had grown frantic, a panicked, racing heartbeat. He pulled it out just in time to see a tiny crack splinter across its glass face. Then, silence. The watch stopped. The next morning, the familiar chaos returned. The alarm blared. Karzru said B, and his mother was already at the door, her tired smile back in place. It was over. But the memory of their perfect day was a warm glow in Noah's heart. Weeks turned into a month, and Noah began to notice a change in his mother. The tiredness wasn't just from work anymore. It was deeper settled into her bones. She was weaker, paler. Soon, there were doctors, hushed conversations in the hallway, and words Noah didn't want to understand. The truth hit him like a physical blow, stealing the air from his lungs. The watch hadn't created time from nothing. It had borrowed it. It had taken the precious, finite seconds from his mother's future and given them to him in the present. The cost of that perfect day was a debt he could never repay. On her last day, in a sterile hospital room that smelled of antiseptic and sorrow, she held his hand. Her grip was weak, but her eyes were clear. "Noah," she whispered, her voice a fragile thread. "Thank you. Thank you for the best day of my life." And in that moment, Noah understood. He had given her a day of peace, a day of laughter, a day free from the burdens of their life. He hadn't just taken time. He had given her a gift, too. After she was gone, the silence in the house was deafening. Noah found the cracked watch. With trembling hands, he carefully repaired the glass, polishing the casing until it shone. He placed it on a shelf in his room, a silent monument to his mother and the day they shared. The watch never ticked again. It had served its purpose. But from that day forward, Noah lived differently. He understood the true weight of every second. He lived fully, he loved deeply, and he never, ever took a single moment for granted. He knew that the time we spend with those we love is the most valuable, most expensive gift in the world. It's a currency we can't earn or borrow, only spend, and we must spend it wisely. Thank you for watching. If this story touched you, please like and subscribe for more content that makes you think and feel. Until next time, cherish every moment.